Morning, everybody. My camera is a little off, so do apologize for this. This is the first time I'm recording since I've been in the. Um, so I try to start this so many times. I don't know what's going on here, but my camera has got me looking in one direction and it's showing in a different. So I do apologize if it seems like I'm not looking in the right direction. I'm in my kitchen. um, I set up in my kitchen because I really don't know where to set up. So I may have to get a green screen behind me. That would be next on my list. So sorry about my kitchen. Everybody is seeing my kitchen. All right. So I moved. So it gives me an extra hour every morning. And I thought I'm going to use it to work with you guys. And so I'm going to be posting every day, going on live every day. It's been actually a little easier for me to do this. Before, when I was commuting, it was just impossible. So most of you are not familiar with me jumping on early in the morning. And so if any of you come across me, you can jump on. I will do 3 free readings. And if not, maybe I could go and do a particular sun sign. I could do Leo, Virgo, Libra, if nobody jumps on. And I'll just change it. All right. So hope you can hear me okay. I'm a little further away from my microphone than I usually like. Oh my gosh, my hair looks crazy, guys. I'm still just getting ready for morning, and I thought I would have a coffee with you guys and get ready. It's a little bit, it's hazy. I don't know if it's going to be hot or cold. I'm probably overdressed. But anyway, so let's get started. Until anybody jumps on and requests a reading, I'll start with, let's do Virgo. All right, Virgo this morning. Virgo started, we're going to start with Virgo just as our morning start. Why are they silent? All right. So Virgo, we're going to do you as a collective to start. And the current energy between you and them, I am showing the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands has a lot to do with feeling defeated, feeling overwhelmed, like there's nothing more I can do. I'm burnt out. I'm done. I can't give enough. And so this is a lot to do with how they are feeling and you're feeling, like your current energy between you. So it just feels like it may be a karmic type of energy. And because of this karmic energy, it's just expired. This is where you kind of have to see that universe is not with you here. It is against you. It is now saying this lesson is done. It doesn't mean that, it doesn't mean it's the lesson is done. So their emotional state, we get the Queen of Wands. So this is them. And so this is why I said, don't be discouraged. Queen of Wands means, they're attracted, they're confident, they feel very self-assured, they're being, they're feeling very sexy, they're very vibrant, they feel like they can attract anybody that they adore. They feel very passionate and determined. And they feel very confident about you. They feel very much like that you will be back. And they know that. They know that you are there tucked away in their pocket anytime they want to pull you out. All they have to do is just, like, hey, hope you're well. and all of a sudden things start up again. So the mental blocks or fears, um, I have 3 of Pentacles. So the mental blocks or fears is the fact that you don't feel that they are putting any effort. They're not, this is how you're manifesting. This is not really about what they're doing, but how you are manifesting. So if you feel very strongly that your efforts and goals towards this relationship, what you're putting into it is not coming out of it. You're feeling like you're doing all the work. It's one-sided. You feel that if you are not making contact, if you're not making the reservations, if you're not stating this is how you need to treat me, nothing gets done. And so this is a block. You are overcompensating. You are people pleasing. You are trying to be too available. You're trying to make it happen. And so this is a fear of not being chosen. This is a fear of that they're going to abandon you. This is some wound inside of you that is stating, oh, you know what, it's really important. Hey, I'm doing Virgo to start because nobody was jumping on right yet. So um so if you feel very much like you're not you're not going to keep them sustained. You're going to overcompensate. You're going to do their share of the work. You're going to be always telling them, this is what I need. I want you to do this. And you'll have these expectations. And the effort has to be more balanced. You have to match their energy. And so this is basically a block that is happening to you. So the external influences that I'm showing here is the 5 of Pentacles. And the 5 of Pentacles means that, you know, this is a negative energy. This is an energy of loss. This is an energy of abandonment. This is an energy of isolation. This is an energy of the more that you are overcompensating, it's because you're saying as a vibration to the universe, I can't have it. I can't have it. I got to fix this. I need to fix this. I can't have this. It's not coming to me. And the universe is saying, "Okay, you don't want it to come to you? All right." Because the universe is just responding to your frequency and vibration. It doesn't hear your words. It hears your vibration. So when you are working from a lack, when you are coming from uh, overcompensating because if I don't do this, nobody's going to do it. They're not going to provoke anyone else to do it. You know what I mean? So this is the external influences. Is your vibration is coming from a basis of lack. It's coming from a basis of without. And so what they wish they could say to you, I have the devil upside down. And the devil upside down has a lot to do with um so the sorry, I got some sirens. Thank you for my safety. Thank you for my health. Um, and that's the thing, you know, don't be so obsessed with me because I find your energy to be very toxic. I find that your attachment to me, the expectations, put too much pressure on me, and then I don't know how to respond. It becomes overwhelming because of the fact that you're more addicted to me than actually love me. Because if you love me, you would trust me. You would know that I always loved you and that I would be there with you too. So the energy underneath the deck for them is the King of Cups. you know, they they're devoted to you. They love you. They love you in their head, they love you in their heart. They just don't know how to work through these energies because you have a conflicting energy. You have you trying to, "You're my person. I need to show this up in my world as you devote it to me and compensating for my all my wounds, because if you're not doing that, then I am a victim in this state of mentality." And meanwhile, they're just like, "Yeah, I'm free love," which is exactly what you need to balance your energy. So, in all fairness, they are showing up to show you not how to be, but how to balance yourself. You know, they are love. They are being love. The thing is, you're being pain. And as long as you are being pain, you're not coming from a place of love. And unfortunately, if this is your true twin flame, they are going to ghost. They are going to, they are not reaching out because their silence, hey Cherry, their silence feels safer than being vulnerable. They're scared you're going to see through them, that you do love them. That this terrifies them more than the connection itself. And so you're triggering a part of them that has been kept buried for years, and your energy still lingers in their space. So it's really important for you to understand that it's important for you not to attract by chasing. You attract with truth, you attract with alignment, you attract with soul deep clarity. And so, whether or not there is closure, you have to trust that if there is truly love here, if there's truly love here, the devotion shows up by the fact that the soul keeps coming in alignment with you. The devotion is how energy attracts. Don't be so attached to watching how they're responding, because atoms won't move when you watch them. But as soon as you take your eyes off the atoms will move. It's quantum physics. Right? So it's really important for you to understand how law of attraction works, how manifestation works. What you have to do is stop putting your eyes on them so much, paying attention. Allow them to show up in your space. Allow them to be able to connect with you. Allow them to be able to engage with you. Allow them to show up. Because if you are reaching out to them, if you are chasing them, if you are constantly trying to give them some reason to respond to you, then what you're doing is you're the whole relationship. You're both sides of the relationship. They don't have to do anything. So why start asking them to do something when you've done the whole thing in the whole time? So, Virgo, that's for you. I did a Virgo reading just because nobody was on right at the start. I'm doing my morning coffee before I get ready to go to work. My move was smoothly. I followed some of my own tricks. And one of my, I shared with some of I have a small Sunday morning group that are clients of mine that I coach, and I did my wouldn't it be nice list. I wrote them out and I did my rampage, and I tell you, I've had such a smooth move. Not one thing was broken. I'm really loving my new place. I love the fact that I can walk to work in 15 minutes and have an hour to spend with you every morning now. And so it's going to be a big change here on the channel, because now I'll be able to work with content. Now, mind you, this week has been a little scattered because I had some things going on with appliances that needed to be fixed and certain things being changed. But I am so glad to make this announcement because of the fact it's going to allow us to engage and work with more content and to help all of us evolve to a better place. So I did one reading. I'm going to do 3 readings before I take off in the morning. It is 8 o'clock now, so I've got about another half an hour. And the first one was basically, why are they silent? So the next theme that we're going to do is, who wants to do they miss me? Any of you want one, or do I want to pick a sign? It's funny. I'm just going to say this. So as I go and say, do they miss me? And cards flew out of my hand. I had the Ace of Cups and the 10 of Cups. All right. So sensei. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Is it sensei? Sensei? I'm not sure why there is number 1 and number 2s beside your names, but it's interesting. Um, so I'll do you as number 2. All right. This reading will maybe be themed, do they miss me? Let's look at the emotional imprint. Sensei has been a client of mine working with me over a period of time. So much of evolution. I'm so grateful for you. All right. So, emotional imprint that you left. There's a lot of pain here. There's a 3 of Swords here. And so let's talk about this pain. So right now there is some heartbreak. There's some pain, whether it's on your side or their side, but there is some separation. And because of the separation, maybe because of the fact that there is a sorrow or maybe even some trauma that is taking place in this connection with you and your person. And so, do they miss me? Well, right now, there's a lot of pain, and this is the imprint that you left on them. So they are hurting. They are in a lot of pain right now because, yeah, absolutely, on his side. So this is, oh, sorry, hitting my mic. So this is showing that there is pain on his side. And so, let's look at regrets. Let's look at what is, the longing energy or the regrets that are being played right now. So I've got the Knight of Cups upside down. So the regret is, you know what? He didn't show up. He did not, he wasn't charming. He wasn't your expectation. He didn't come up as the ideal of what you were expecting. It wasn't that you hurt him by you being at flaw or fault. You know what? He screwed up. He messed up. He definitely, there is a regret, and he knows it. He knows that he didn't follow through with a promise. He knows that he was determined to make this work, and he fell short. And so their dreams and signs about you, I'm showing here the Queen of Wands upside down. And so he's determined that you're not attracted to him anymore. He's determined that you know what? You're like, I'm done. I don't want this no more. Right? I like you. It's like you got the ick. He knows you got the ick. He knows that the passion, the desire between you two, his is gut iced. He knows that this is going to cause more work for him to repair, and he didn't have the energy to do it in the first place. So he has this regret. He's like, frig, I'm hurting here. I really did not want to go in and screw this up, but I did. I just had all these other priorities, and now this has happened. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know how to fix this because I effed up. And now that I did, my queen is that to see her, to look at me this way is more painful than anything else. For you to know how you feel about him, that scorn on your face just kills him. And so what's holding him back is the devil. And so the devil upside down. So what is holding him back is, you know what? He doesn't want to be toxic with you anymore. He doesn't want to have this attachment and be like, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. He doesn't want to have that codependency. He wants it to be organic. He wants it to come in an organic way. He wants it to flow. He wants it to be a natural state and not forced. He really wants this to be something that he doesn't even have to work through. He just wants the universe to do all the work. So he's quite lazy in some ways. He just wants it to be, oh, this is natural and organic, and nothing's going to take the wrinkle out of the bed because it was meant to be. He doesn't want it to be expectations. He doesn't want it to, every time he screws up that you're paying attention. He doesn't want it to be that he has to put you as a priority over everything else. And so likelihood to contact in the next 30 days. I've got the 10 of Wands. And so this is telling me that he's pretty well end of his rope. He's thinking, oh my God, this might be the straw that broke the camel's back. This is definitely stressing him out to do so. He's thinking, he just is so overwhelmed. He doesn't know how to make this right. It's the best way I can say this. He doesn't know how to not feel so small and so pathetic. He just doesn't have the ability. So he seems at the end of his rope. It's like, I can't do this anymore. I just don't know how. And so the energy underneath the deck is the Ace of Pentacles upside down. So he's coming from an energy of lack. He's coming from an energy of insecure. He's not feeling stable in your life. He feels that he is not going to be able to sustain it. He doesn't feel that this is an opportunity that he could succeed in. He doesn't feel that this is something that you and him can start fresh again and make it grow into something valuable and worthy. He just feels that right now he effed up so bad, he doesn't know how to fix it. And right now, your energy is mirroring that. Your energy is done. I'm so done. I'm so done. He's mirroring that energy. And so, yes, they missed you. Absolutely. But missing you hasn't matured into movement. They may think about you all the time. They may even feel that they wish everything would have went differently, but they don't feel safe. They feel very exposed and they feel very broken. And so this is haunting them really bad. And so their absence maybe because of misalignment, where you are working on your abundance, you're working on your raising your vibration higher. They're going through a dark place. And so, right now, you and them are not in alignment in the same place. As long as you are focusing on your healing journey, they need to be able to focus on their healing journey. And then, when you both are working for your own soul purpose, then you both may match up again in the same place. But right now, what's happening is as long as they are paying attention so much to you, they are denying their own vibration. And as long as you're focusing so much on them, you're denying your own vibration. So remember, you are unforgettable. You have a love that is pure, rare, and very healing. And as long as you're focusing on the truth of what your relationship truly brings to the table, that's where you have to focus your manifestation on, not bringing him back, but focusing on the love that expands and grows because of the fact of this experience with divinity. Understanding that your healing that has taken place, the rarity of such a unique experience, the blessings that you are receiving as you are in alignment with these blessings is really about what you are experiencing in alignment. The more that you're focusing on him not being here, the likelihood of him not contacting you, the likelihood of this resentment and this disappointment, as long as you are feeling those energies, being in that energy of it, you're going to experience it, that this is what is continually going to be a growing block in your connection. So what we have to do is realize that forgiveness in itself has to be expressed. And that means, releasing um, the pain and the burdens that has come about this, and focus back onto the absolute reason why you seen them as your person in the first place. And remember that divinity each and every moment of the day, that you are such a beautiful soul that has experienced such a pure, rare moment of time. And that if time doesn't last forever, that's okay. But that you are ready now to experience more of those rare moments of time. And all you're doing is you're saying, if my person can show up and experience this with me, that would be great. But can you get into that place where you're not disappointed, where you are not in a state of resentment, where you're in a state of, well, if he shows up, is he going to do it again? Those are all negative points of where you are putting that block right back into it. So remember, you feel just as much as they feel that there is no potential for this to grow, and that this is abort, abort, abort. And so, as long as you remember, we've done this before. This is not the first rodeo where we had abort our manifestation and start fresh again. So, if you can go and follow in your heart those steps, you will see it happening until you're ready to follow through with where did that pain come from? It might have been them, and they may have to have experiences to be able to realize that that is just something that they have to experience and grow through. And you're just not in alignment to receive that disappointment or create that disappointment in the first place. I hope that helped you. All right. I've got one more reading. I've got one more reading for this morning. I did ask, will they return? And I've got the Queen of Swords. To be honest and fair, you have to be really truthful with yourself. Have to be really truthful with yourself. You know, if they show up again, they need to be independent and you need to be independent. And that means no expectations. That's what I'm getting. Are you okay with that? Is that what you want? Because if you need somebody to be codependent, they just can't become anything else. All right. Cherry, you still here? Cherry, you still here? I'll do another reading. If nobody chimes in, I can do. There she is. Right. So if you don't want any codependency of any kind, then you understand this person doesn't want any codependency of any kind as well. And so if you both don't want any codependency, what does that mean? You need two independent people who just is a beautiful magical moment together. And then when you two go and independently do whatever you want, you're just knowing that you're in that energy. So that is an understanding of no matter where they are, you're the person. And no matter where you are, you're their person. But you don't have to make that clear to anybody else or anything else. Or, you know, it's just, that's just who you are. It's ego that says, they have to wine you and dine you and show up and say these words and act a certain way. You don't know what's going on in their mind. You don't know how they see you. You don't know how they feel about you. Unless they say to you, "Hey, I don't see you as my person." Then that means a lot. Cherry? Cherry, I don't know. I'm doing no contact readings, but I'm wondering if I should use this reading towards as if your person is from past life, because you don't currently have a person you're in no contact with, right? All right. Yeah. Let's Can everybody hear me okay? I'm keep on like getting really close to the camera because I'm trying to make sure I don't have my voice doing that weird thing again. My microphone. Yeah. All right. So let's do past life person, your person who is meant to show up, a soulmate. A soulmate you may not have met yet, but coming back. All right. Will they return in this lifetime? Your past life mister. So this has a lot to do with the hidden intentions of this dynamic. And I've got the Two of Swords upside down. And the Two of Swords upside down has a lot to do with releasing stuck energy, releasing the state of denials, releasing the fantasy, releasing the crossroads that will come up when you have to decide on what is for you and what is destined for you. What do you feel you want and what you know your soul is craving? You are in a state of not being blocked, but clearing the barrier that is preventing this person for being in your life. So your heart versus the ego. You've got the Three of Cups. So the heart versus the ego conflicts is, you want that friendship, you want that reunion, you want that happily ever after celebration party. This is my person. My person showed up, and now everything is perfect again. Everything is what I had, this fantasy of this big party celebration. And the thing is, that's your ego. Your heart says, you know but your heart says the person didn't show up. I feel like I'm alone at the party. I feel that I don't know anybody. I feel that so there is this conflict of, you want to be the life of the party, but you're at the polar opposite where you feel like you're alone in the room. And so right now, this is your heart versus your ego. And your ego is in your mind, and not only your thoughts, but has a lot to do with the image that you project out. And your heart has a lot to do with the coherence of what you are attracting and manifesting within. And so the karmic cycles that is repeating on a loop over and over and over again is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles has a lot to do with, what is fair, what you're giving, and you're trying to support, and you're trying to share, and you're trying to be like, oh, if I do this, if I do this, if I give and give and give, what will I receive? All right. So if I keep on giving, what will I receive? Well, the karmic cycle is, if you keep on giving, you're not in receiving mode. If you are always supporting others, are you in the energy to receive that support? You see, the gratitude is hoping of an end result, whereas you're always in the energy of doing, people pleasing, giving, supportive, like, oh, you're trying to overcompensate. And the energy is giving energy of desperation, of neediness, of even that newness of a relationship to show up. It can be a little overwhelming for some people, because it's going to come across as expectations that, oh, I better not mess this up because I am. Yeah. So this is a karmic loop. It's going to come up. And this is the thing. It maybe was obvious before, but it's the energy that is still there. It may be subconscious now. It's just, this is the thing, Cherry. It may be subconscious. And so because of the fact it was obvious before, what changed the energy is what actions have you been doing to overcompensate that. If you're just trying to reverse those by doing certain actions, subconsciously it was what was always on repeat in the karmic lesson. So until you learn the karmic lesson that's involved here, you're going to keep on projecting this energy out, and you're going to see others coming up to show you that that lesson has been learned. And that's what karmic actually really means. So the divine timing or the spiritual delay in this, I get the Four of Pentacles. You need to create boundaries. When you put up boundaries, you're going to see much more response how attractive you are. If you are insecure, if you are holding back, if you are a people pleaser and you're just purposely holding back, that's not boundaries. That's being scared. So what you have to understand is boundaries is letting a person that you're going to go on a date with to know, I don't drink, and be consistent. I don't have sex, and be consistent. I don't, and be consistent. And the reason is because if you say one thing and do another, people lose all respect for you. If you say, I am independent and I like to do my own thing, and then you're messaging constantly and looking for attention, that's not being consistent. That will create a disrespect for your energy. You need to understand that boundaries has, sorry about the sirens. Thank you for my health. Thank you for my safety. So you need to create boundaries, and those boundaries have a lot to do with what type of display that you put out to others. And instead of trying to have, please like me, please like me, please like me, no, you have to decide on what you want, and don't try to put others in a situation where they have to prove that they can meet those points. It is about creating boundaries of knowing that if certain people are going to show red flags, then sift through it. Don't rely on people changing, because they won't. People will project, people will do all sorts of different things. And the thing is, what you have to understand is boundaries have a lot to do with your sovereignty, your ability to, it's not about control, it's not about manipulation, it's about attraction. It's about knowing your worth and knowing that you are saving yourself for someone who's going to value your energy. And while you are saving yourself, because you're not wasting your time and energy to heal other people or to fix other people's situations or to be the people pleaser or to be the one that they can use as an option or a toy, or you feel that you're holding back and waiting for that particular person. But what happens is, don't what was the expression? Don't give out all the free milk from the like giving, don't give people all the blessings of having you in the first place. And I'm not judging anybody. How everybody does that, everybody has a way. But it's kind of like, don't sleep with a guy thinking you're going to get him that way, because sleeping with him is a prize. So if you're going to go and meet somebody and sleep with them right away, you're going to find that you didn't value that he would stick around to get to know you and to find out if you like him, and if you and him like each other enough to enjoy that as another stage in your evolution together. And so that's the thing is those are boundaries. Those are, this is exciting. Let's see if we can do it this way, not as an expectation, but this is just the rules that I have for myself. And if you don't want to do it, next, those are boundaries. So they want to return. Absolutely. Maybe they rehearsed it over and over in their mind how it would be when you and them meet up again. Maybe they don't even know themselves, but if they come back the same again and again in a karmic energy, you have to understand they'll recognize you when you do something that's going to alert them, and that is boundaries, because they need boundaries just the same. And so the question isn't will they come back, but are they coming back aligned? Are they coming back that you're ready and they are ready too? So your affirmation, I release the timelines. I trust divine alignment is to bring now only what expands me, to allow me to experience the growth that I have experienced each and every single day. I became me, and allow that to be the energy that you manifest from. All right, everybody. It's 8:30 and it's time for me to head off to work, and I hope our morning coffee chat gave you a little food for thought. This is Friday morning for me, which is yay! I have some time. I do have to go and clean up the other apartment yet. But other than having a couple of things that I need to do this weekend, I definitely have more content and more time that we can get started again. I can start my monthlies. I can start all of my readings again. And like I said, every morning I'm going to try to find 45 minutes to an hour and share a little bit with you. And please help my channel grow so we can all grow and I can continue to keep giving these to you. All right. Love you all. I hope your messages resonated with you. And for anybody watching this channel and coming across this video, maybe I didn't read for you, or maybe I did. If you resonate, make a little note below. And if not, you can even just do a smiley face and I know. All right. Love you all. Let's have a good night.